of Ms. Brenda Bryant and ask, as part of the agreement with the city of South Bay, the mayor to make a recommendation. We also do a resolution to support that recommendation to move forward with Brenda Bryant to serve as the Career Source Palm Beach County Board of Directors, appointing Brenda Bryant to the Career Source Palm Beach County Board of Directors. Staff, we recommend an approval of 25/2026 based upon the due diligence of Career Source.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Any question from this commissioner for resolution 25-2026? Hearing none, we'll continue. Ordinance final reading, second reading, final reading. Ordinance 04-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, amending Article XX, Section 20.13 of the city's Code of Ordinance entitled Prohibited Signs, deleting the right-of-way distance requirement for said section, deleting and replacing Article XX, Section 20.14 of the city's Code of Ordinance entitled Signs Contingent of Special Regulations, with new title Temporary Political Signs and Temporary Non-Commercial Signs, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioner, the new language being added into this, minus the deletion, is temporary political signs pertaining to specific elections, urging the election or opposition of any candidate seeking any political office, or urging the passage or defeat of any ballot measure, or any temporary non-commercial signs endorsing, objecting, or otherwise relating to a particular issue, or communicating a non-commercial message or idea, are permitted subject to the following restrictions. Maximum size. No sign shall exceed a maximum of 32 square feet in area and shall be limited to two sides only. 32 square feet is a sheet of plywood. Shall be no triangular or multi-sided signs allowed. Maximum number. For political signs, not more than one sign per candidate or ballot measure shall be placed upon any property. For other temporary non-commercial signs, not more than one sign per issue, idea, or message shall be placed upon any property. Altogether, there shall be no more than 3 temporary two-sided signs on any one property. However, more than one message may be placed on any side of the sign. Location. Only on lots where the property owner has given permission. The placing of temporary signs anywhere on public property is prohibited. And for everyone here in the chambers and listening, public property is any right-of-way, be it state-owned or city-owned property. So all of your right-of-ways along the side, it has to be a certain point off of the certain distance off of that out of the right-of-way. During the election time, that will be explained and demonstrated to anyone that's choosing to be a candidate for any election. Should the signs be placed in any area of a public right-of-way, that sign does become the ownership of the city of South Bay or the state of Florida, and they will be removed. As we speak about the removal of those signs and the time limit of those signs, political signs are permitted pursuant to this section shall not be placed prior to 60 days of the election to which they are related, and shall be removed within 30 days after the day of the final election to which they apply. During the prior commission meeting, the commission, some had discussed making a modification to that time period. Should that be a desire of the commission during this second and final reading, you would take some action on what those days would look like after the election. I did hear 5, and I also heard 10 during the commission meeting. All other things, Mayor, staff will be recommending approval, second and final reading of ordinance 04/2026.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Do appreciate that, sir. This is two ordinance will be open to the public. It's a second and final reading for tonight. Commissioner, do you have any questions in reference to ordinance 04-2026?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Pope.
Yeah, I definitely would suggest that. I say 5 days. We fill that blank in with 5 days. But I also want to know, I think brought up in the last meeting, will there be any designated areas, since there'll be no signage permitted in the right of ways?
No, sir. There's no designated area built into this ordinance. When staff was doing the research, in order for us to, it was taking a little more effort in order for us in the city of South Bay to designate an area for signs, because most of the right of ways in South Bay are either owned by the state of Florida, and the amount of right of way that the city owns, it's not large enough, or we would really put a restriction in place if we were to do that designated area. Our largest area where we have the control and we're able to designate that area would be in front of City Hall, or down by the new pilot racetrack, for area that the city has control over, where the signs would be visible. But we did not think it was advantageous for us to designate an area, although it is a desire of staff, and it's also a way that we're able to keep the community neat and clean and presentable to all of our passerbyers, even during election times, and our residents. But we weren't able to, we didn't want to put that restriction on any candidate to work within a very small space in the city of South Bay.
Good. All right, thank you, Commissioner Pope. In addition to questions for ordinance 04-2026 before this commissioner, Mr. Manager, just one question.
Yes, sir.
Does a private property owner allow them to put the signs on that? It'll be okay. It'll be permissible. Am I correct, sir?
As long as the private property owner gives them that permission. I don't know if the election code speak to if the candidate has to bring something to the clerk's office,
Yes, sir.
stating that permission, but as long this ordinance states that they just have to have permission from that owner.
All right. Okay, thank you, sir, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Commissioner Pope, as well. We continue with the ordinance 05-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, amending Chapter 6, Section 6-20 of the City of South Bay Code of Ordinance entitled Permit Fee Schedule to provide for certain fee increases, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, staff is recommending approval of a 5% increase to our permit fee schedule beginning October 1. Effective immediately. Fee schedule, building permit fee schedule increase up to 5%. Well, 5%, not up to, but it will be 5%. So if you are in a residential home, 30% of the estimated permit fee calculated as a minimum fee was $100, and now it would be $105. On commercial, it was $125, and we're recommending $131.25. All this is based upon the value of the building permit, but the minimum fees is what we're offering, what's being stated here. But again, it's all based upon contract value.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Appreciate that. Any questions for ordinance 05-2026 before this commission? Hearing none, we'll continue. Financial report.
I have none right now, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. City Clerk's report.
The next commission meeting will be July 21st, 2026.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager's report.
I'll discuss some legislative updates. I know one is the property tax impacts, the estimated impacts of property taxes on the city of South Bay, and what's being proposed and also share with the commission, although I didn't go to Tallahassee for property tax, I will share with the commission that the road project that was cut for $450,000, it is now back in the budget that's going to the governor's desk at $900,000. Also, the senior center funding, it was cut to $200,000. Unfortunately, that still remained at the $200,000. We are still able to, should the governor not veto any of those items, but also the senior center item, we would be able to still get some of the ADA needs met and some safety needs met at Tanner Park with the $200,000. But then we'll go into more details too during the commission meeting. Well, I have some time now. Just for all that's listening in, as you know that the special session ended, well, the House property tax reform is going to a ballot to increase property taxes up to 250,000, homestead exemption up to $250,000. What I've shared with the commission in your handout that's at your desk are the estimates. Now, these numbers are for information and analysis only. The city and the property appraiser has not taken a position on these numbers. I'm only sharing with you the net effect that the potential effect $150,000 exemption would have on the city and $250,000 exemption would have on the city. As to, just so that all is listening and don't have a copy of this, for City of South Bay, $150,000 potential $150,000 net effect would be $311,000 and $311,092 in decrease in our property tax revenue. Also, for once it's $250,000, we'll see a net effect of $514,869. Commission, please note that the approximate revenue we generate or that comes to the city of South Bay is $800,000 for property tax. So you will have, should this pass, the 311 up to the $514,000 in a negative impact to the city of South Bay. So I'm gonna bring that home a little bit. As you look at those numbers, I'm gonna tell you what it looks like at someone's at a property owner's door. If the property owner's assessed value is $208,000, $208,520, current exemption amount $50,000. Their taxable value is $157,000. What the 6.3 millage rate comes to the city is based upon the $157,000. That property owner at 6.3 millage rate is paying in $995 to the city of South Bay for its operating measures. Should this go into effect, that person would be paying into the city of South Bay operations nothing. And we will still be required to provide the services and meet the needs of the residents and the public that call South Bay home and visit South Bay. So that is what it would look like at someone's door regarding the operating cost. So those are the things that I could talk about more. I would talk about more during the manager's report. But Mayor, I entertain any questions that you all may have at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Appreciate it.
Well, what it does, Mayor, I apologize. What it does, it puts a little more work, and I shared this with Mr. Massey today in our conversation. It puts a little more work on the manager. It puts a little more work on the commission as we try our best to move forward to position the city of South Bay to a commercial destination. we have to do some major commercial development in our community and really work on it. Now, what it does also in that same vein of conversation, well, if that developer or whatever, any commercial development take place in the community and that resident or that developer come to the city and ask for any type of incentives, we will not have anything to offer them. If we this move forward in the position in the way it's being presented, there will be loss in staff, in personnel, and other services and other things that the city does provide to the residents. So not to give the gloom and doom tonight, because you won't see any effect on should this pass until 2027, 28. But you would really feel the impact in 2029 and 2030. But it would make the city manager, we will have to do some major commercial development. And we may have to open the doors to some commercial development that we may not really want to take place in the city of South Bay. But in order to provide the services and meet the needs of the community, those are some of the things we will have to consider coming from the manager's office. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Appreciate that, sir. Any questions for the City Manager report from this commission at this present time? Hear none, we'll continue. City Attorney's report. Thank you, Madam Attorney. Future agenda item, we'll take that up in our 7 o'clock meeting. Commissioner comment for the good order be at 7 o'clock as well. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Before you do that, Mr. Mayor, and just to say during the commission meeting, that I have all the commissioners here, I can give this. During the presentation of the scholarship checks, the scholarships tonight, the mayor is going to ask all the commission to go down. The students that are receiving the awards and the commission, they are unaware of the amount of the award that they're getting. And the commission, in your resolution that you approved, you approved the amount and the students, but you don't know who the students are that's getting the award tonight. So the students know a portion and the commission know a portion. So everybody's going to learn the whole thing tonight. So during the presentation of the checks, we're going to start with one of the students. We're going to call them up in the commission, and then I will bring the check out to you, and that student will then learn their amount at that time. So now, Mayor, now I'm done.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop.
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Poole. Workshop is adjourned. We reconvene in 9 minutes. Vice, come on. Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you all for being here tonight. We do appreciate you being present in the chamber tonight. And thanks to residents, thank our visitors for being here tonight. And thanks to one on live screen as well. And Madam Attorney, thank you for traveling on the dangerous highway for being here tonight. We really do appreciate your presence. Along with the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, the Fire Department as well. At this present time, we will start our agenda for tonight. We have the roll call. After the roll call, we have the prayer by Commissioner Polk, and then we have pledge and allegiance of the flag. Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Bernard,
Present.
Commissioner Polk,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Cowes.
Present. Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner. Let's all stand, please.
Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you this evening for your grace and for your mercy. God, we thank you for bringing us to this sacred place, safe, sound. We ask you to guide the hearts of our minds. Let every thought come forth with clarity. Let every word be given with wisdom. And above all, let us get understanding. These and all other blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. Bless us tonight. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for that prayer, sir. You know, we always, before we do anything, we always have to make sure that prayer is taking place within this chamber. And tonight, I just want to, our hearts and prayers goes out to one of the individuals who have been with us each and every meeting. He always here with us. He always taking care of video. He's always taking care of the sound here in the city of South Bay. Mr. Derek, will you step up for a few minutes, sir? We just want to say we're sorry about the loss of your loved one. Our condolences, sir, and our prayers will definitely be with you and your family, sir. Please, sir, accept that for tonight. You know, sir, and I know it's hard, sir. It's very hard, and I can understand, sir. But we will continue to pray for you and your family, sir. Thank you.
Our condolences, brother.
At this present time, we'll continue with our agenda for the night. If this disclosure of voting conflict, Commissioner King.
None, sir.
Thank you. Commissioner Bernard.
No conflict.
Thank you, Madam. Commissioner Polk.
None, sir.
Thank you, sir. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
None, sir.
All right, thank you, and none for me either. We'll continue with our agenda out and tonight. Presentation and proclamation, City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, at this time, I do see one student here, but let me just make sure. I know I see that's Miss Joy Wallace. Miss Mikanor Reach is here. Leslie Cruz. Are there any other graduating seniors in the building for scholarships night? All right. Well, we're going to jump straight to, we're going to go directly to, well, I will tell the commission that your scholarships awards that you all presented and approved at the last meeting after reviewing and submitting applications, you made awards to Mikanor Regis Jr., all South Bay residents, Mikanor Regis Jr. in the amount of $750. You made an award to Joy Wallace and Gary Mann Jr. in the amount of $1,000. And to your highest GPAs and service hours, you made an award to Ransom McKelvin Jr. in the amount of $1,500 and to Leslie Cruz in the amount of $1,500. All students' checks will be delivered once we know the school information. The checks will go directly to the schools for any support that's needed at that time in accordance to your scholarship policy. So Ms. Joy Wallace, congratulations. If you would come on up. Commissioner, if you could stand. So residents, all online. Here tonight is Miss Joy Wallace, a proud resident of the city of South Bay. This commission established a scholarship policy some time ago, and Miss Joy Wallace submitted her application, her letters, and she submitted everything. And it was careful consideration to provide the support. So Miss Joy Wallace, congratulations. Looking forward to support you. And also, just so you all know, Miss Wallace also received Palm Beach County League of Cities scholarship as well. And she is representing the city of South Bay and representing herself as she moved through these high school years. So congratulations, Ms. Wallace. This commission was excited. Now, as I said earlier, they didn't know who they voted for, and they didn't, and you didn't know the amount. So we did it in a very exciting way. But there's a mic there, Ms. Wallace, or anybody want to say anything as they celebrate Ms. Wallace on this scholarship?
I just want to say thank you to the city of South Bay for this scholarship and for believing in me. And I'm attending the University of North Florida in Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, thank you, Mayor, Commission, and Ms. Wallace again. Congratulations. Now take that. We'll get the real one out too. All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, thank you all as well, and thank the donors in reference to the scholarship funding as well. And Ms. Wallace, thank you. As we've seen you grow up, you've always been shy and quiet. You don't have a whole lot to say. And last week at the Palm Beach County League of City meeting, when they was presenting the scholarship to you at that particular time period, you had that smile on your face, but you was very quiet. Again, on behalf of the city of South Bay, congratulations. Let's give her another round of applause. We will continue with our agenda for tonight. B, Unity Railroad and Consultant City Manager Campbell.
At this time, we will have the Team Goodman come up to discuss discuss the Village by the Lake project and give updates also.
Hi, thanks for having us. This is informal. Last time we were here, Vice Mayor, you had asked us to present to the city something more official as far as the layout for the Village by the Lake and what our concept is and moving forward, which we have done. We submitted it, the first draft, to the city, and we understand that was accepted. So we just produced this and wanted to present it to the city, and we're going to put it on an easel over there so everybody can look at it. But this is what it's going to be. Here it is. And yeah, this is the concept.
This is the map that's labeled, and then I didn't want to mess up the pretty picture with the, with the labels, so we could see what it looks like. So RVs, loops, cabins, camping, amphitheater, parking, nice central circulation, so day users, the pavilion.
Yep, nature trail with informational kiosks all around. There'll be an entry exit on 27, pedestrian. The main entrance will be here. There will be a bathhouse. There will be a camp store, a ranger station, a welcome station, and
Playground.
Yep, dog park.
For a dog park.
Yep. So
where is that? You said it'd be a ranger station or a dog park?
Well, the ranger station's up here.
It's going to be up
Okay.
here.
But this is kind of the day use common areas that would be for the camp as
Campers.
well as citizens. So
Okay.
the covered pavilion that could be rented and used for gatherings, a playground, dog park, extra bathhouse. There's a bathhouse here by the campgrounds, and this one would have restrooms and things. Food truck.
And that, yeah,
court.
food truck court will be here for events. So here it is.
You should run to the.
Yeah,
the-
absolutely.
So that's
well,
Water Plant Road, so you have the orientation.
Orientation.
27.
Trying to get y'all.
Mayor Commission, the Village by the Lake, I know we started off a couple years ago with a conversation, and every donor has asked, what is it gonna look like? What am I paying for? Now we have what's needed along with information to really share for funding in order to move this project forward. And also for the public, this rendering will be out on this in the social media world, on the city's website for public consumption. First thing tomorrow morning, we will get that out. We wanted to share it with the commission and get your thoughts on it as we are moving the Village by the Lake forward.
And, sorry, I want to make sure we didn't fall over. We are on track to finish the grant, this first round by September, which will be 8 months ahead of schedule. So that's where we are. We'll have
Eric and Laura, in reference to the railroad cottages, that's a part of this particular.
So that's basically, this is the existing county RV park.
Yes.
Right here, so that cottage is here.
Okay.
So it's very close proximity. And part of the reason for proposing the pedestrian gate here is to capture, people can traverse back and forth between the two facilities.
Okay.
And then also for the hikers at the Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail to become a gateway community. It provides access for them to do camping, which is not very available around the lake. There's not a lot of designated camping for just tents, and then would also provide bathrooms and other access to services.
Yeah, the tent camping part of this is really important because there's nowhere else in any of the other entry points that provides for tent camping. So in our research, we found that a lot of campers were really asking for it. So that'll be a really good draw for this facility.
Right, and also the Boy Scouts of America, the Boy Scouts that we have in the city of South Bay, I think it would be a great location for those individuals as well, especially during the summertime or wintertime when they want to go out just having fun and camping. That would be great. That would be a great site. But thank you. That remedy is fantastic. We really love it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll continue with our presentation proclamation. City Manager Campbell.
Right, Mayor Commission, I know you all look forward to this annually, but your auditor, Mr. Roger Harvey of HCT, Certified Public Accountants and Consultants, he's your auditor. You can ask him anything, and he checks my work. So, well, not just my work, the city's work, finance director's work, and what we're doing on an annual basis, and how we are operating and to ensure compliance. So, Mr. Harvey, your external auditor is here to present to you your audit report.
Good day, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioner, City Manager, City Attorney. Good day to you all. My name is Roderick Harvey, partner with HCT. HCT operates as the CPA firm of record for your great city in South Bay. We'll be spending the next few minutes talking about the audit results from September 30, 2025. We have performed our audit in accordance with the engagement letter, which is dated February 4th of 26. We issued a clean audit opinion, and the date of our audit report is April 28th of 2026. Next slide, please. We will talk about audit results, supplementary slides, and the responsibilities. Next slide. We have performed all of our work as set forward by the AICPA. We audit in accordance with GAS, Generally Accepted Auditing Standards, to ensure that the city is using GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. We have no outstanding matters, and we have performed all of the required auditor's reports. Next slide, please. As it relates to significant estimates, we deem those as depreciation, fair value, risk to the organization, management override, and revenue recognition, and there are no new accounting pronouncements which affected the current year's audit. Next slide. This is a part of our required communications to you as those charged with governance. And so we have no matters to report, as you can see, from uncorrected misstatements, corrected misstatements, and presentation. Next slide. No significant deficiencies noted, no related party matters outstanding. Next slide. This is the most important of the slides because, again, we are required to audit and report. And so we are reporting to you on this deck several things. So, for example, no illegal acts, no non-compliance with laws, subsequent events, nothing there as of our audit date, April 21st. No significant difficulties encountered during our audit, no disagreements with management. This is our way to show you in one page, one way, that the city of South Bay continues to perform as it relates to its financials in a very significant and positive way. Next two slides, please. We will spend the next few minutes delving into the numbers. Again, next slide, please. Next slide. There we go. Again, we have performed our audit in accordance with GAS to ensure that the city is keeping its records in accordance with GAAP. Revenues for the year ended 2025, 6.2 million as compared to 5.3. We tested a significant sample of those revenue streams. We tested the revenue for existence, accuracy, and cutoff. Moving forward to expenses, 4.6 million for the 25 year compared to 4.9 for 24. And we selected a sample of those expenditures and transactions and tested it for completeness, accuracy, cutoff, and the presentation of those expenses. Moving forward, capital assets, next slide. Capital assets, as you can see, remain relatively flat, 5.9 for the 25 year as compared to 5.3 for 24. The additions mainly relate to Northwest 10th Avenue. Long-term debt, 1.1, a little over a million for 25 as compared to 1.03 for 24. No major fluctuations in the long-term debt. Next two slides, please. Deficiencies. As a part of our audit, we are required to report to you if there are any deficiencies that we noted. There are two types, significant deficiencies and material weaknesses. Next slide. We are happy to report to you that we have no prior year findings and no current year findings. Again, hats off to the finance department, the manager and his staff, and of course your guidance as the elected officials. Next two slides. Again, our goal and desire, next slide, is to report to you, had anything come to our attention, whether they were errors, defalcations, fraud, we are required to report those to you as your independent auditor. We report to you as the elected body. And so with that, Mr. Mayor, if you will allow, I will do my best to answer any questions that you and your team, electeds, may have. Again, thank you for allowing HCT to continue to serve the city of South Bay as your external audit firm.
Thank you, Mr. I just want to give a round of applause. You know, every year when Mr. Report comes before me, I feel so good, you know, but I just want to thank our finance director, our city manager, staff, and our treasurer as well for the wonderful report this year here. You know, when I first received the report, when the city manager sent it to the East Commissioner, and I started reading, I told him I came back and I said, you know what, I took out the weekend to read all 69 pages or whatever it was, and I felt so good about it, sir, knowing that everything is in place. All the from a penny up to the dollar is accounted for, sir, and it made me feel so good. And I just want to say thank you for the wonderful work you and your staff have done for the city of South Bay. May God continue to cover you and your staff. And
thank you.
Oh my God, I'm just happy tonight, sir. Thank you, and I do appreciate it. Commissioner, at this present time, do you have any questions for Mr. Rodman?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner King.
Thank you. How you doing? Thank you.
Doing well, Commissioner.
My question is, did your audit include a review of the opera expenditures for compliance with the federal requirements?
Very good question. The direct answer is no, but let me explain why. What I believe you are referencing is the Uniform Guidance Federal Report. That is a compliance audit. There is a threshold. The threshold is $750 or $1 million that must be expended in the year. And because the city of South Bay did not trigger that threshold, we were not required to perform that audit. But I would also put to you that expenditures are audited almost like cutting an apple. So you cut it one way, which would be compliance, but we also do expenditure testing just because there are expenses. So while I will say no to a compliance audit, we did test expenses as relates to our regular audit.
Okay, thank you. Now, were any opera funded positions or expenditure tested during the audit process?
Say that again for me, please. Repeat the question, please.
Were any opera funded positions? ARPA.
AARP, AARA?
ARPA.
R funding.
ARPA Fund, American Rescue Plan.
There you go.
Okay.
That would fall under our federal Uniform Guidance Report because that's federal funding. And so ARPA funds specifically would not be tested under a compliance audit, but they still may be tested as a regular expense.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner King. In addition, a question from this commissioner at this present time.
Yes, sir. I have question for city manager, if I may.
So city manager to Mr. Harvey, which.
About the audit, I just wanted to clarify something.
Okay, could we direct it to him?
Well, Mr. Harvey.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any pending audits, investigations, or review by outside agency related to city finances that would not be reflected in this audit report?
Thank you for that. And the question directed to me, that's where it should land. And so as a part of our audit, since we are the highest level of auditor for the city, we must consider that. And so we put forward an email to finance. We also ask each of the elected officials in their related party if there's anything. So what was represented to us is that there are no outstanding external audits by any agency that relates to the finances or to the city of South Bay for the current audit year. So we are not aware of none, and we did ask, and we got a reply back that there's none.
Okay, so you're saying you asked staff of
That's correct.
any of those pending, but it wasn't nothing that was proven by you. It was just only related from city staff, is what you're saying.
I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay.
If I don't answer what you're asking, redirect.
Okay.
So one of our testing procedures is inquiry. We just ask.
Okay.
We put forward in a written email to finance, hey, do you have any external outside audits that we should be aware of? That question was answered as no. The spirit of your question, if I think it's right, we do not go to every agency, OIG, AIG, whoever else, and ask them. We ask staff. If they tell us, then we will follow up with the corresponding agencies.
Okay, thank you. That answered my question.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Thank you, Commissioner King. Thank you, Mr. Harvey.
Yes, sir.
Any question, in additional question at this present time? Any comment you'd like to, Commissioner Polk,
Yes,
who's
sir.
our treasurer?
So again, thank you, Mr. Harvey, and
Yes,
to your
sir.
team.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys. As the mayor said, went through this here and pretty much keep up with it year round, but just to get an overview and to be able to look at the finance from a external perspective and to see how it was formatted. I just want to say to the residents, I think that we're doing well. I want to say to staff, I commend staff because, this year we brought in $1.8 million in grants. And I think that's astronomical for what we working with, because you got all the different reports that they have to put in, and they got the matching dollars. It's a lot on staff when you talk about bringing in that type of money. And then when you consider, as we got the brief little breakdown from the manager about what the governor is trying to do as far as in the property taxes, so we don't have those grants, we'll be in some trouble. And so we want to continue to encourage staff to keep doing what you're doing, because we realize that's our lifeline. And I don't know if everyone understands that or understand what we're looking at, but those grants and the work that you guys do to make sure we get them, that's our lifeline. And so I want to commend you all, and to those that are absent, we'll get a chance to say it. I just want to say that. And so, yeah, thank you, Mr. Harvey, and to your team. I don't have any questions. I already pretty much went through all of it, and everything looks good. So.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commissioner
Oh,
Polk.
one more thing, man, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say this to public, Mr. Manager. I do echo the sentiment that you shared about us needing to move in the direction of having other lines of revenue, because the grants are good, but we don't know if all those, where the federal dollars get cut, state dollars get cut, so we can't depend on the grants. So we have to start moving in the direction of having additional lines of revenue for the city. So we have to kind of think like a business.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk. We do appreciate it.
Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Bernard.
Mr. Harvey,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you. You always put a smile on my face when I don't see red.
Amen.
Thank you so much for what you do for the city. All those years that I've known you, I appreciate you. Continue to work for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Bernard. Vice Mayor Bernard, for Vice Mayor McCalvin, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Harvey, I just want to say thank you to
Yes,
you
sir.
and your team.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping us in order, in line. And like you said, that's your job. If you would have found something, you would have reported. It would have been in this report.
Absolutely.
So thank you for specifying that we are clean. The city is running well, and there is no red, which is a great thing. We're in the green, and we'll continue to move forward. Thank
Yes,
you so
sir.
much, Mr. Harvey.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. We appreciate it. Residents, I just want to say to you, before Mr. Harvey lead the podium, you heard the report tonight, and you have heard some negative press and some years back in reference to what money was being taken from the city, this and that was going on in the city, and we should have a forensic audit and all of that. You hear it yourself. You hear it from the auditor here tonight. So you know that nothing has been taken away from the city. Every dime is accounted for, and I'm going to say a dime, I'm say every penny is accounted for within the city of South Bay. And living proof here, living proof. The audit report is public information. You want to decide that you want to get a copy of it, get your copy of it and read it. Go on your laptop and read it as well, and you will see precisely what this report is all about. There's no negative finding was implemented within the city of South in reference to our finance here. And I commend the staff, as Commissioner Polk have already said, and other commissioners have stated as well, the wonderful work that you do every day within the city hall here. Thank you. Finance Director, thank you. City Manager Campbell, thank you. Treasurer, thank you. And there's an entire staff that work day to day within the city of South Bay, making sure that our money is accounted for. Because due to the fact that we elected official, it's a part of our duty and our responsibility to make sure that every dime is accounted for. And you heard the report tonight. And again, on behalf of this city and on behalf of the entire staff and our commissioner, Mr. Harvey, thank you and your staff. May
Yes,
God
sir.
continue to bless you and cover you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor Commission, I can't stand on the table to say this because it would not be professional. But I would like to add and share with the general public and all the listeners. The city of South Bay does not have any investigations taking place regarding finances, accounting, any measures dealing with your money that's taking place, or any misappropriations or misuse of public dollars. So I understand the sentiments and the questions, but I need the public. You don't have to trust me. You don't have to believe me, but hear me when I say, if there are any financial investigations taking place in the city of South Bay, I would know about them. And I would tell them, because if anything I have done in this community is I have been transparent, I have been open. You can come and talk to me. Even if you don't see me, you still can call me and ask me any questions. Now, if the answer that you receive is not the answer you were seeking, it is still the answer to the question. But not only did Mr. Harvey ask the staff, Mr. Harvey also asked the attorney office and every elected official the same question. So if there's anything, it is not only the staff that's answering, it is also the city attorney, who does not answer to the city manager, and the elected officials who answer to the public. So there's more than one party receiving the same questions. So to the public, I would like you to know, just hear me, that there are no financial investigations taking place in the city of South Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. I do appreciate that, sir. In public, you heard it from the city manager, heard it from our audit, you heard it from the manager as well. That question is asked before each one of these commissions, and that question asked, we have to sign off. We sign off, it says no. We don't know no type of investigation going on within the city of South Bay. And we sign that paper, and the finance director will submit that paper back to the auditor as well. So again, I just want to say thank you, thanks staff, thanks the finance department for all that you have been doing. We'll continue with our agenda for the night. Roosevelt Elementary School report, Vice Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Hightower wasn't able to make it tonight because he had a principal meeting, but to the residents, I must say to you that the students at Rosenwald Elementary School, they did it again. We did it again. We maintained our A status, so it's back to back. So all the naysayers that said that we couldn't, they was waiting for us to fall, the students stood up, stood on business. We are A school again for the 2026-2027 school year at the Rosenwald Elementary School. The official grades will come out at the end of June.
Great, Vice Mayor. Fantastic work. I know the staff member work hard along with their leader, the principal Hightower, and the parents as well. I would give you credit as well, making sure your children stay on point as well. And they did a fantastic job. And again, congratulations to Roosevelt Elementary School. Opportunity for the public to address the commission. Madam Clerk.
We have one, Miss Annie Ifield.
Good evening, Mayor Commission, residents of South Bay. I'm Annie Eiffel with Healthier Glades, and I'm here to make a public announcement about this Saturday. There's a lot of activities that are happening this weekend. The first one is the Male Empowerment and Community Health Fair that is coordinated by Bolden Community Impact, and that will be this Saturday from 10 to 2 at Pahokee Elementary School. And this is a event that has been happening for the past 4 years to provide health screenings and resources to men as far as Men's Health Month. For those who complete selected screenings at the event, the guys will be getting a smartwatch to try to promote healthy activities, being on top of their steps and heart rates and all that stuff. So we'll be doing that this Saturday. In the evening, we will be doing our annual Quad City Senior Citizens Prom. And so I have been serving as the chairperson for that committee. We have a great group of folks that have stepped up and helped us to coordinate it. I want to say a special thank you to all the Tri-Cities as well as Hendrick County with Clewiston, who have continued to support this event every year. This is an opportunity for our seniors to get out, engage, socialize, have a good time at no cost to them. So I want to personally thank the city of South Bay, and I will be thanking all the other cities as well for your support of the Senior Citizens Prom. It starts at 6 o'clock. It will be held at Lakeshore Middle School in the cafeteria. The theme for this year is New Orleans style. So green, purple, and gold is the color scheme for the prom for this year. Also, I want to share that there's a grant opportunity coming out, and it's Quantum in the Community. They just opened their grant cycle yesterday. And so in order to be eligible for the Quantum in the Community grant, your organization must be a 501c3, have an annual cash expenses of $500,000 or less, have been working in Palm Beach County for a minimum of 6 months, and programs and services must provide basic needs assistance to individuals and families in Palm Beach County. So you can go to Quantum in the Community, Quantum Foundation, and you can pull up the application if you're interested in applying. So I just want to make sure that the community is aware. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Ms. Annie. I feel we do appreciate the work that you do in the Glaze area. You know that you have worked for minutes, and you continue to work within the Glaze area, not only just one city, but all the cities here. And I want to thank you for all the information that you share with us and the residents as well, so they be well aware of what is taking place within the Glaze area. Again, on behalf of the city of South Bay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
All right, thank you. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight, the consent agenda. Commission meeting May 19, 2026, and approval of city commission agenda June the 2nd of 2026. Mr. Manager, you have any deletion or addition?
Yes, Mayor, Commission. One addition, we have to discuss the budget schedule. The 2026 fiscal year 2026 budget planning schedule. Because there are two special meetings that you have to, we need to announce.
All right, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. I may have a motion to, a second to approve the consent agenda with the add-on at this present time.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Bernard.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Polk. Any question at this present time per the consent agenda? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. We will continue with our agenda for tonight. Resolution 24-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, accepting the annual comprehensive financial and compliance report for the fiscal year
Thank you.
ending September 30th, 2025, providing for adoption and representation, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 24-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bernard. Any questions for this commission for Resolution 24-2026? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
No.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner. It passes 4-1. We'll continue Resolution 25-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, appointing Brenda Bryant to the Career Source Palm Beach County Board of Directors, providing for adoption and representation, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 25-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Bernard.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any questions for Resolution 25-2026 from this commission? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner. Passed by all commissioners. Ordinance 04-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
An
Final reading as well.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, amending Article XX, Section 20.13 of the city's Code of Ordinance entitled Prohibited Signs, deleting a right-of-way distance requirement for said section, deleting and replacing Article XX, Section 20.14 of the city's Code of Ordinance entitled Signs Contingent of Special Regulations with new title Temporary Political Signs and Temporary Non-Commercial Signs. providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Ordinance 04, Ordinance 04, 2026 is open to the public tonight as well. Now, final reading. City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, essentially your ordinance removed the possibility of political signs being placed in the right of way. Those right of ways along US Highway 27, Palm Beach Road, that are owned by the state of Florida and or the city of South Bay, and also prohibit from any signs being placed on public property. What the commission had asked during the meetings, each meeting was addressing the political signs time limit as to when those signs should be removed. If there is, after the public have any questions and it comes back to the commission, if there any discussion you all want to have around that, you take action on that item. So we're able to address that item if you want to, the time limit, and then the full adoption of the ordinance as whole. So Mayor Commission, those are the items for this ordinance 04, 2026.
All right, thanks, City Manager Campbell. At this present time, this ordinance 04, 2026 is open to the public. Any question from the public in reference to this particular ordinance? Any question at this present time from the ordinance? Any residents have any questions for this particular ordinance?
I think we have one, Mr. Mayor.
Where is it? As she asked. You have a question?
Come to
the mic, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Bernadette Fuchs. I live at 195 Northwest 7th Avenue, South Bay. I'm trying to understand, is that signs, Courtney was trying to explain it to me about political signs for campaigning. I'm trying to understand.
Go ahead. Go ahead. So this is just campaign signs.
Okay, but is a size limit or?
The city manager, what is your question, may I ask?
Explain this. I can't get clarity.
Okay, city manager Campbell.
Yeah.
Any political signs, excuse me, about one moment. Temporary political signs during election, as you see throughout the city, during the election time period, election and campaign signs, vote for me, vote for this, vote for that.
Okay.
Those are the political signs that's being referenced in this ordinance. Those political signs. You also see signs telling people what to vote for. So if they're ballot questions, they will also have those signs. So even if you're not running for something and someone has a question on the ballot, be it from the state level, like the property tax that's going to be on the ballot, we may have someone posting those signs throughout the city. This ordinance governs those signs as to where they could go. You cannot place those signs, any political signs or campaign signs, in the right of way. Okay. What is considered the right of way? What's right of way is approximately 10 feet off the asphalt. It is typically, or 10 feet from the edge of the sidewalk. That is considered the right of way.
Okay.
Then that's where political signs cannot go. Okay. If they go onto private property, they have to get permission from the property owner in order to place the signs there.
Okay. Thank you.
So those are the signs that we are discussing here in this item. And what's also, you're welcome, ma'am, and what's also is limiting the size of those signs to 32 square feet, which is the size of a sheet of plywood.
Oh, okay.
One sheet of plywood, that is 32 square feet.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Not a problem.
All right, thank you, Ms. Fields. Any additional questions from the audience in reference to ordinance 04-2026? Any additional questions? Here or none, close on the public, come before the commission. Commissioner, you have any questions in reference to ordinance 04-2026?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, just,
Commissioner King.
thank you. So the signs can be placed, but they just have to be a certain spot out of the, from the right of way? Is what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's not, it's not saying that the signs can't be, placed, in public, property, but it have to be a certain feet away from the right of way.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It is saying that it cannot be placed. It is prohibited from being placed on public property. Only on lots, location for signs. Only on lots where the property owner has given permission. The placing of temporary signs anywhere on public property is prohibited. Temporary signs located on public property shall be deemed to be public property and shall be summarily removed by the city. The setbacks from lot line of another is 10 feet from the property line or from a street 5 feet. So if it is on the street and taken in the property line of that, it is either 10 feet from the property line or 5 feet from the street.
Okay, thank you for the clarity.
Thank you, Commissioner King. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. Any additional questions about ordinance 04-2026 before this commission? Commissioner Pope.
Did we put the date in there, the 5 days?
No, sir. It's not placed in there. This commission needs to agree as to what that time limit is, make that motion on that time limit. We will then make the change to the ordinance. Do you also, in the same same space, you have to vote on the ordinance. So if that is the recommendation of the commission, you all need to discuss that time limit as to when those signs should be removed, take action on that time limit, then take action on the ordinance in itself.
You understand?
So you need a motion, or you just want to
Yes.
discuss?
Motion.
The motion or discussion, that's the chair.
It all depends on what you want to do. You want to discuss it at this present time and then we make a motion on it?
I think we should discuss it, because I know someone said 10, I know I said 5, so
yes.
let's just hear from everybody.
Okay. Commissioners, and having a debate in reference to the 5 or 10. I know the last meeting we had, I think we had one that said 5 and one that said 10 in reference to that. Instead of the 30 days, it was mentioned about those particular days, the 5 or 10 days. What is the preference of this commission at this present time, whether the 5 or 10 days to remove those signs? Commissioner King.
Okay, I know it was mentioned for the candidates that may have like a runoff or anything. So that was pertaining to the 30 days, right? Or just all signs, period, was stating that they have 30 days to remove them.
Do we mention about the runoff, Mr. Manager,
Yes, sir,
at a
you
particular
did.
time period, sir?
You did. And what the ordinance read 30 days after the day of the final election, which is inclusive of any runoffs. So if there's a runoff, the code speak to runoffs and signs being able to be remained. After the runoff is the 30-day question that's being discussed at this time. So after the final election is the conversation being held, action that the commission is discussing now.
You got it, Commissioner King, go ahead.
No.
All right then, thank you. At this present time, what's the preference from this commission in reference to the 5 or the 10 days, what you require. You prefer 10 days, you prefer 5 days, and removing the sign after the election. The runoff is already covered, so thank you for bringing that up, Commissioner King, but 30 days. But my thing about it in reference to the 5 or the 10 days, you're asking these individuals who are running for office to remove their sign 5 days or 10 days?
I would say 5, Mayor.
5 days? We have Commissioner King. She had made a suggestion in reference to 5 days. Any additional suggestions from this commission?
I agree.
Okay, 5. Okay, Commissioner Bernard. Come in. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yeah, I agree 5.
Okay. All right. I'm in favor of 5 as well. Is the commissioners in favor of 5 days? So we'll do that.
Take action on that. You need a motion now, Mayor, on the 5 days, and then action.
Okay. May I have a motion and a second to amend this ordinance in reference to the 5-day removal or campaign or whatever signs that is being placed during the election time.
Second.
I have a motion by who?
King.
Oh, we have a motion by King. We have a second. Pope? Okay. We have a second by Commissioner Pope. Any question at this present time? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowell.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Committee. It passed by all commissioners in reference to the 5 days removal of campaign sign.
Mr. Mayor,
Now-
Commission, before you take action, I want to make sure I read this to the public and to the commission as to how it would read. Time limit. Political signs permitted pursuant to this section shall not be placed prior to 60 days of the election to which they are related, and shall be removed within 5 days after the day of the final election to which they apply. That will be the new language in the ordinance. 5 days after the day of the final election.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. We do appreciate that. May I have a motion and a second to move ordinance 04-2024 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Kay. Any additional questions for ordinance 04-2026 on its second and final reading? Here none, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowell.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. It passed by all commissioners. Ordinance 05-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, amending Chapter 6, Section 6-20 of the City of South Bay Code of Ordinance entitled Permit Fee Schedule to provide for certain fee increase, providing for adoption of representation, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in code, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, this ordinance is seeking to amend Chapter 6 of the City Codes of Ordinance entitled Permit Fee Schedule to increase certain fees at a set rate of 5%. Staff is recommending approval of ordinance 05-2026.
All right, thank you, City Manager Campbell. At this present time, this ordinance is open to the public. Ordinance 05-2026. Do you have any questions from the public in reference to this particular ordinance? Any question at this present time for the ordinance in reference to ordinance 05-2026? Hearing none, close on the public, return to the commission. Commissioner, do you have any question in reference to ordinance 05-2026 at this present time, the second and final reading? Hearing none, may I have a motion and a second to move this ordinance 05-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval? Moved by Commissioner Pope.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any questions for this ordinance 05-2026? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Calvin. Thank you, Commissioner. Passed by all commissioners. We'll continue. Financial report.
There's no report, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Treasurer. Appreciate that, sir. City Clerk's report.
Yes, the next commission meeting will be July 21st, 2026.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager report.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, the add-on item I did share with the commission is the budget preparation schedule. We try to get this to you before you go into, by the last meeting in June. However, this is your last meeting in June. It's also your first meeting in June. Before you take the summer, before we return at the July 21st meeting. So I would like to give you your budget preparation schedule. Budget worksheets were distributed to directors on yesterday. So Mr. Massey, Finance is ahead of schedule with getting the worksheets distributed to the directors. On 6/26, certification of tax by the Property Appraiser's Office will be done. The Finance Department will develop revenue estimates by July 6, 2026. The City Manager will meet with department heads to review their proposed budgets. There's a week in July where the manager will do that in advance of the July 21st, 2026 commission meeting, where you will establish your maximum millage rate. The millage rate will be transmitted to the Property Appraiser's Office on the 23rd. We will get budget books